This one is truly shocking, but it's not shocking if you know what's really going on. So all these states have these now anti-Semitic rules. What? Why would Texas become a Jewish state? Is that what they're becoming? So all these states are coming together to support the Zionist mission. What's going on here, folks? Looks like we're having a coup d'etat in America. Think about that. Why would anyone support an Israeli agenda, especially in the state of Texas? You know, the Proud Boys, the Proud Boys all around America. I want to say something straight to you, folks. We've been taken over. So, Proud Boys, Donald Trump played you like a fiddle. Joe Biden played the Democrats like a fiddle. We need to take our country back. And we do that by standing up, speaking the truth, and calling out this absurdity that speaking against Zionism is anti-Semitic. It's delusional. It's a lie. And they're broadcasting it every day in America. We've been taken over. And how did this occur? 93% of Congress are paid by Israel to keep their mouth shut because this agenda started a long time ago. And now they're finishing their coup d'etat in the United States of America and other countries around the world. The New World Order has nothing to do about human beings. It has to do about a specific Zionist agenda to enslave us all. Freedom of America? Dead on arrival.
Texas senators passed a bill today aiming to crack down on anti-Semitism in Texas schools. Senate Bill 326 requires Texas public schools, colleges, and universities to use the definition of anti-Semitism from the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance to determine if a student's actions are anti-Semitic. Governor Greg Abbott already signed an executive order last spring telling universities to make sure their free speech policies use that definition. So this puts the order into law and expands it to public and charter schools.
It's time to learn the IHRA hate speech laws because the same exact definition of anti-Semitism in Canada, the UK, France, Germany, Sao Paulo, Brazil, and many other countries around the world is the same one that's being passed into Florida, Texas, New York, Arkansas, and even South Dakota by Kristi Noem. That's probably why DHS Barbie got the job at the DHS. She proved she's willing to sell even a tiny state out to a foreign country. When the Biden administration was trying to pass this definition into law, influencers like Matt Walsh pushed back.
Most of these examples of anti-Semitism, statements that the bill would legally classify as hate speech against Jews, are actually criticisms of the Israeli government. And whether you think the criticisms are fair or not, whether you think they're true or not, it should go without saying that American citizens have the right in any and all contexts to criticize foreign governments in whatever way and using whatever language they want.
But when Republicans are doing it, and they have since 2019, by the way, everybody's just been playing dumb to save face in Republican politics. I pretty much got blacklisted in 2019 when I started reporting on this stuff, even though I am a Republican. But the IHRA definition of anti-Semitism is insane. It says you can't say one race and one religion has dual loyalty to a country that obviously people like Ben Shapiro seem to have loyalty to. It polices criticism of Israel. In Argentina, a politician's being criminally charged with breaking one of the IHRA anti-Semitism hate speech laws. It also calls it hate speech to say certain people control politicians or media. And millions of Christians have been brainwashed into supporting these hate speech laws, yet it even mentions Jesus, and now will police what you can and can't say about who killed Jesus. Biblical discussions can now be policed by the federal and local governments of America, or at least they'll try. This is one of the biggest cover-ups in America right now, especially in conservative politics. Because the left is so fake and so evil, people like Biden are horrific, so many Republicans who consume media just assume that the people fighting the left are telling the truth to them. What if I told you that these people are selling you out to a foreign nation, and the politicians that you revere are taking hundreds of millions of dollars in donor money to trample on the United States Constitution and First Amendment, passing hate speech laws for one race, one religion, and one foreign country? And by the way, as everybody should know, hate speech laws don't work. It doesn't stop hate, it only stops liberty. Recently, support of Israel is at an all-time low in America, and I think it probably has something to do with not only the war, but the fact that anybody who even remotely disagrees with them is called an anti-Semite constantly, with the weight of governments around the world trying to crack down on you, and in some cases, throw you in prison for a thought crime and a speech crime. Thanks for watching this video. God bless you. And if we lose the First Amendment on one topic, we'll lose it on all topics. Appreciate y'all.
But I'm saying, if you believe in freedom of speech, you believe in freedom of speech for views you don't like. I mean, Goebbels was in favor of freedom of speech for views he liked, right? So was Stalin. If you're in favor of freedom of speech, that means you're in favor of freedom of speech precisely for views you despise. Otherwise, you're not in favor of freedom of speech.